Start by threading a needle and tying a small knot in the end of the thread. Then get yourself a button. I'll show you how to do the 4-hole button first. Lay your button on the fabric and hold it in place with your thumb. Then with your other hand, run the needle up under the fabric and come up through one of the holes on the button. Pull the thread up until there's just a little bit of the tail left, and then push the needle down diagonally into one of the other holes and pull that up very lightly. And then on the back side, run your needle through that little loop that's left from the thread and pull it up tight. So then come up through one of the empty holes with the needle and pull your thread up nice and tight, and then push the needle down through the other empty hole and pull the thread about halfway, and then come up through one of the other holes from the first set that you did and pull the thread up nice and tight, and then go down through the hole diagonally across from it, pull it through about halfway, and then come up through one of the other 2 holes and pull the thread up tight, and to just keep going like that until you have 3 rounds of thread through each set of diagonal holes. Just going along, pulling the thread up. Once you've got your 3 sets of thread on each hole, on the back side, just run your needle under some of the stitches that you made and pull it up until you've got just a little bit of loop in the thread. And then run your needle back through that loop to make a nice little knot. And you'll want to do that 2 or 3 times. Just running thread under your stitches and then cut off the excess. And that will give you a nice securely fastened button. So then for the type of buttons with a loop in the back, you start by putting your needle through your fabric and pulling it up so there's just a little bit of a tail on the back side, same way as the other one. And then thread your needle through the button. Push the needle back down so it's fairly close to where you came up with the thread initially. So you want to be quite close to that. Push it down through to the back side of the thread. And you just want to pull that up. It doesn't have to be super tight, just pull it up a little bit. And run your needle through the tail end of the thread on the back side. And then pull everything up tight. And so then to continue sewing, you push your needle up on the back side so that it comes through the top side and it goes through both the fabric and the loop on the back of the button. So make sure it goes through the fabric and the loop. Pull the thread up nice and tight, and then push the needle through just the other side of the metal loop. And then you just keep doing that, going up through the fabric and up through the metal loop on the button, and pulling the thread up nice and tight. And then push the thread through just the other side of the loop so the thread is basically wrapping around the loop. And then once you're done, you do the same thing as you did with the other button, just on the back side, running your needle under the stitches that you've sewn, pull it up until you've got a loop, and then run the needle through it to make a knot. And again, do that 2 or 3 times, and then just cut off the excess. And then you have a nice secure button.